Everyone is terrified that artificial intelligence will replace them. But almost nobody is asking a far more dangerous question. What if AI never replaces you, because you quietly replace yourself first? The Stoics saw this trap 2,000 years before the first computer existed, and if they're right, the greatest threat isn't artificial intelligence. It's artificial dependence. Every generation believes its greatest danger comes from the outside. A war, a recession, a political crisis, a technological revolution. But history keeps repeating the same lesson. Civilizations rarely collapse because they invent powerful tools. They collapse because they forget how to live without them. Today, AI can write essays, answer questions, create art, edit videos, generate business ideas, summarize books, and even imitate human conversations so convincingly that people sometimes forget they're speaking to a machine. It's astonishing. It feels like the beginning of a new age. And perhaps it is. But every new age asks an old question. Will this tool strengthen your character, or slowly replace it? The Stoics never feared tools. They feared attachment. Marcus Aurelius never warned against comfort because comfort was evil. He warned because dependence quietly steals freedom. The danger was never having something. The danger was becoming unable to function without it. That is exactly what makes AI different from every invention before it. A hammer cannot think for you. A calculator cannot decide what kind of person you should become. But AI can tempt you into outsourcing something far more valuable than labor. Your judgment. Think about how often people now ask AI questions they could answer themselves with 5 minutes of honest thinking. Instead of wrestling with uncertainty, they ask a machine. Instead of reflecting, they generate. Instead of understanding, they summarize. It feels productive, but feeling productive and becoming wiser are not the same thing. The human brain grows through resistance. Just as muscles grow by lifting weight instead of avoiding it, the mind develops by confronting confusion instead of escaping it. Every difficult decision, every uncomfortable silence, every frustrating problem is secretly training your judgment. Remove all resistance, and something unexpected happens. The problem disappears. But so does the growth. Imagine someone who has never exercised a day in their life suddenly riding an electric bicycle everywhere. They arrive faster than everyone else. They look efficient. But month after month, their legs grow weaker. One day the battery dies, and they discover they no longer possess the strength they assumed they had all along. The same thing can happen to the mind. The Stoics believed the most valuable possession any person could own was the ability to govern themselves. Not wealth, not status, not popularity, self-government. Because when your mind belongs to you, no emperor, no market crash, no insult, and no disaster can completely destroy your peace. Now imagine handing pieces of that government to a machine every single day. Not because the machine forced you. Because convenience invited you. Convenience has always worn the mask of kindness. It whispers, "Why struggle? I'll do it for you." It never announces the hidden price. Every responsibility you surrender is one less opportunity to become stronger. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens invisibly. One shortcut becomes a habit. One habit becomes dependence. Dependence becomes identity. Eventually, you no longer trust yourself unless technology confirms your thoughts first. That is a frightening place to live. There is an old story about a young carpenter named Elias. He wasn't the fastest apprentice in the workshop. Every chair he built looked slightly uneven. Every table took twice as long as everyone else's. The older craftsmen laughed at him. They finished projects while Elias was still measuring pieces of wood for the third time. One winter, a wealthy merchant arrived with a marvelous invention. It was a cutting machine unlike anything the village had seen. It sliced perfect pieces of wood in seconds. Every carpenter rushed to use it. Productivity exploded overnight. Elias did too. Months passed. Then one violent storm flooded the workshop and destroyed the machine beyond repair. Orders continued arriving, but nobody remembered how to measure by eye anymore. Nobody remembered the subtle feel of real craftsmanship. Panic spread through the village. Except for Elias. Because he had spent years developing what everyone else had skipped. Patience. Precision. Judgment. His hands remembered what the machine never could. While everyone waited for another invention, Elias quietly rebuilt the workshop one board at a time. The people who mocked him eventually stood in line asking him to teach them what they had forgotten. Technology changed. Character endured. That story isn't really about carpentry. It's about us. Every generation mistakes speed for mastery. We celebrate whoever reaches the finish line first without asking whether they actually learned how to run. The Stoics would call that a dangerous illusion because the destination matters far less than the person you become on the journey. AI is extraordinary, but it cannot experience courage for you. It cannot choose honesty when lying would be easier. It cannot forgive someone who betrayed you. It cannot sit quietly with grief until acceptance finally arrives. Those are human victories. They always will be. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Your attention span has officially survived longer than the average goldfish scrolling through social media. Reward yourself by subscribing, because unlike your phone battery, wisdom actually gets stronger the more you recharge it. But here's where the conversation becomes uncomfortable. Most people believe intelligence is measured by how quickly you can produce an answer. The Stoics believed intelligence was measured by how calmly you could live without one. That difference changes everything. When life refuses to explain itself, we become restless. We search, refresh, scroll, and ask endless questions, hoping certainty will appear on a screen. AI makes that easier than ever. Within seconds, you can receive a polished response to almost anything. The problem isn't that the answer arrives quickly. The problem is that wisdom rarely does. Wisdom has always demanded something machines cannot provide. Time, reflection, experience, failure. No algorithm can compress those into a prompt. Think about the last mistake that truly changed your life. Maybe you trusted the wrong person. Maybe you wasted years chasing someone else's dream. Maybe you lost money, embarrassed yourself, or failed at something that mattered deeply. At the time, you probably wished someone had simply given you the right answer. But if they had, would you have become the same person? Pain is a ruthless teacher, but it leaves unforgettable lessons. The Stoics never celebrated suffering for its own sake. They understood that adversity reveals parts of ourselves comfort keeps hidden. Without resistance, courage remains a theory. Without temptation, discipline remains a slogan. Without uncertainty, wisdom never matures. That is why Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself not to pray for an easier life, but for a stronger character. He knew the greatest victories happen where no audience is watching, inside the mind. AI can organize your calendar. It cannot organize your values. It can generate a motivational speech. It cannot make you get out of bed when nobody is cheering. It can draft the perfect apology. It cannot make that apology sincere. It can tell you what discipline looks like. It cannot choose discipline on your behalf. Those decisions belong to you, and they always will. Here's the irony almost nobody talks about. The more capable AI becomes, the more valuable unmistakably human qualities become. Patience, integrity, emotional resilience, critical thinking, genuine creativity. These are not relics of the past. They are becoming competitive advantages. Anyone can generate 1,000 ideas. Very few can recognize which one is worth dedicating years of their life to. Anyone can produce beautiful words. Very few can live by them when life becomes inconvenient. The Stoics understood that knowledge without action is decoration. It makes the mind look impressive while leaving the character untouched. Our generation risks collecting more information than any civilization in history while practicing less wisdom than those who owned almost nothing. That should concern us. Imagine waking up every morning unable to make even a simple decision without consulting a machine. What should I eat? What should I wear? How should I respond? What career should I choose? Who should I date? Slowly, your confidence begins to disappear, not because you're incapable, but because you've stopped exercising the ability to trust yourself. Confidence doesn't come from always being right. It comes from knowing you can survive being wrong. That's why the Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They deliberately faced inconvenience to remind themselves that comfort was a privilege, not a necessity. They understood an uncomfortable truth. Dependence grows quietly in easy places. Perhaps the greatest luxury today isn't owning the newest AI tool. Perhaps it's still being able to think clearly without one. Now don't misunderstand me. Refusing technology doesn't make you wise. The Stoics weren't anti-progress. They embraced whatever helped them fulfill their duty more effectively. If Marcus Aurelius had access to AI, he probably would have used it. But he would never have allowed it to become his master. There's an enormous difference between using a tool and leaning on it so heavily that you forget how to stand. That's the line our generation must learn to recognize. And if you're enjoying this conversation, do me a tiny favor. Subscribe before your AI assistant starts negotiating with the algorithm on your behalf. Besides, future you will appreciate having more conversations that train your mind instead of merely entertaining it. Every technological revolution creates two kinds of people. Those who become more capable because they use the tool wisely, and those who become more dependent because they let the tool replace their effort. The technology is the same. The outcome is completely different. History offers a strange pattern. Every civilization celebrates the invention that saves time. Yet almost every civilization eventually discovers that saved time means nothing if people no longer know what deserves their attention. That is the question AI quietly places before us. Not, what can this machine do? But, what kind of human will this machine encourage me to become? Because every tool shapes its user. A sword changes how a soldier fights. A smartphone changes how a teenager thinks. And an intelligent machine changes how an entire civilization makes decisions. The Stoics would tell us that external things are never truly good or bad. Wealth isn't. Poverty isn't. Fame isn't. Obscurity isn't. Even power itself isn't. Their value depends entirely on the character of the person holding them. The same is true of AI. In disciplined hands, it becomes an extraordinary assistant. In undisciplined hands, it becomes an invisible crutch. The frightening part is that crutches don't announce themselves. They feel like progress. They feel efficient. They feel harmless. Until one day you realize you've forgotten how to walk on your own. Look around for a moment. How many people read only headlines instead of books? How many form opinions from summaries instead of understanding ideas? How many confuse being informed with being wise? Now imagine that same habit multiplied by intelligence powerful enough to answer almost every question in seconds. The danger isn't misinformation alone. The greater danger is intellectual laziness. The Stoics believed the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your judgments. Every peaceful decision, every courageous action, every meaningful relationship begins with judgment. And judgment cannot be downloaded. It must be developed. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. The steel doesn't become strong because someone tells it to. It becomes strong because it's heated, struck, cooled, and struck again thousands of times. Remove the fire. Remove the hammer. Remove the pressure. You don't get a stronger blade. You get a weaker one. Human character follows exactly the same law. Every difficult conversation you avoid weakens your courage. Every responsibility you escape weakens your discipline. Every uncomfortable truth you refuse to face weakens your integrity. And every time you let someone, or something, do all your thinking, you surrender a small piece of your independence. This is why the Stoics trained their minds daily. Not because life was predictable. Because it wasn't. Marcus Aurelius didn't journal because he lacked intelligence. He journaled because he understood that the mind drifts unless it is guided back toward truth. Epictetus didn't teach people what to think. He taught them how to think. There's a profound difference. One creates followers. The other creates free people. That difference matters more today than perhaps at any point in history. The future won't belong to those who simply know how to use AI. Millions will know that. The future will belong to those who can ask better questions, challenge easy answers, remain calm in uncertainty, and make ethical decisions when no algorithm can tell them what is right. Those are not technical skills. They are Stoic skills. Imagine two architects designing the same building. One lets AI generate every idea, accepts the first draft, and never questions it. The other uses AI to explore possibilities but spends hours refining, testing, rejecting, and improving each decision until the design reflects genuine human judgment. Both finish a building, only one becomes a better architect. That's the difference between outsourcing work and outsourcing growth. So perhaps the greatest competition of the next decade won't be humans versus AI. It will be disciplined minds versus distracted minds. Independent thinkers versus passive consumers. People who use technology, and people quietly used by it. If this video has challenged the way you think even once, subscribe now. Your future self deserves more than endless scrolling. Besides, algorithms may predict your next click, but they still can't predict the moment you decide to master your own mind. The Stoics left us with a timeless reminder. You cannot always control what enters your world, but you can always decide what rules your mind. And in the age of artificial intelligence, that decision has never mattered more.